Okay, so now we're going to do lateral leg lifts. So what we just did with the tipping was stretch these muscles. And now you're going to tone the side muscles. So one side's going to be stronger than the other. I'm going to put my hips down and my armpit, the blanket's in my armpit. I think you can still hear me. Okay, and I'm going to extend my legs out and be right on the side. Now this hand right here is a tripod. So it's out here. So it keeps me from tipping forward. And I'm not going to tip back. I'm going to be right here on my hip, which is an odd place to be. Now you can let your head just rest on your hand, that's fine. You can extend your heels, lift both legs off the floor, and then lift the top leg slowly up a little bit and down, and lift it up. And where I feel it is right here on the side of my hip and the side of my waist. And for some of you, it's going to be absolutely marvelous. And for some of you, it won't. Remember what we said this morning. Create length and space, create some muscular balance, then start toning. Because we're dealing with an injury, we're dealing with some imbalances. And sometimes if you go to the toning exercises too quick, you just kind of get spastic. And that's no good. So this is definitely toning. Now look here for a second. The idea that really tones is how much the bottom leg lifts up. So if you don't feel real strong, you can just lift the top leg a little bit and down and just start with that. The further I lift the bottom leg, the more it makes this muscle contract. All right, lateral leg lift. All right, extend through your heels. Now use that arm as a tripod so it's on the floor.
Okay.
And your navel is in and up, and your tailbone is moving toward your feet, just like you were standing Tadasana. And then go ahead and either lift both legs or just the top leg. And then take the top leg and raise it up, and then bring it down. And then top leg, raise it up. You should feel it right on the lateral side of your body. That's how you know you're in the right ballpark. And lower it down.
Can you keep the bottom one up all the time?
If you can, yes. And then raise it up. Shift a little bit more forward on your hip. And work with your heels there like that. And then take it down. And rest. And rest. Very good. Did y'all feel it on the lateral side of your hip? Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Let's roll to the other side. Stretch out through your heels. Pull your tailbone down towards your feet. Take your organs to your spine. And then extending out the legs, inhale, raise them up. Hold them there. And then just take the top one up a little bit and down and go for the length. Go for the extension out through the heel. And down, top leg up a little bit and down. Stay right on the side of your hip. There you go.
Do you point your heel or your toe?
Heel. And this one it's best to reach with the heel because it helps extend the back of the body. That's the side of your leg. Okay? Marlene, don't lift with your toe, lift with your heel. And rest, everyone. Now, when you're in that rest moment, did one side feel stronger than the other one? Or did they both feel about the same? Who says they felt about the same? Raise your hand. Okay. How many of you said it felt a little different one side and the other? Okay, which side was weaker? When your right side was on top or when your right side was on the bottom? On top. Which side was weaker? When your left side... Right, this side is your weaker side. Whichever side is on top, that's the side that's strengthening. So if you think you were balanced on both sides, do both sides briefly again. If you're unbalanced, then do your weaker side again and don't do a full round, do a half a round. Okay? So you pick. This is your time to pick. Getting that bottom leg up in the air is really the test of whether those muscles are tight or weak on top. Whether strong or weak, rather. Okay, and then after 2 or 3 times, then go ahead and roll over and do your second side. Unless you're not.
So the side that hurts the most is the weak side.
I would say typically, because it's a weight-bearing exercise and it's a contracting, toning exercise, that the weaker side will complain more. The weaker side will complain more. And it won't be as easy to lift the legs on the weaker side.
Okay.
It's easier to lift them on the strong side. It's harder to lift them on the weaker side. Don't twist it out. You just put the strength in there. Where are you going? Is it hurting that bad? Push your heels, pull your tailbone towards your feet, and just stay on the lateral side. You got to strengthen these side muscles a little bit. All right. Is everybody good? All right, then come to a sitting position.